The lives are what's important. That's what matters here. Can't we talk about that, or do we have to continue to see the Republicans manufacture indignation in lieu of policy? But I will point out that immediately after that speech, several Republicans asked me to apologize. Well, I would like to apologize. I would like to apologize to the dead. And here's why. According to this study, health insurance and mortality in U.S. adults, which was published 2 weeks ago, 44,789 Americans die every year because they have no health insurance. That's right, 44,789 Americans die every year. They've got nothing, and America deserves more. They deserve better than nothing. They deserve a solution to their problems, whether it's health care, whether it's energy, whether it's jobs, whether it's the economy. We have to move ahead. And I've said to the Republicans over and over again, you can lead, you can follow, or you can get out of the way. According to this Harvard study called Health Insurance and Mortality in U.S. Adults, you can see it by going to our website, grayson.house.gov. That is more than 10 times the number of hours since I gave that speech, and so far we've heard nothing from the Republicans explaining what they plan to do to keep Americans alive. The number of Americans who've died in the war in Iraq, it's more than 10 times the number of Americans who died in 9/11. But that was just once. This is every single year. That's right, every single year. Take a look at this. Read it and weep. And I mean that. Read it and weep. Because of all these Americans who are dying.
Which ones?
I don't know.
$500 billion and you don't know who got the money?
Because they don't have health insurance. Now, I think we should do something about that. And the Democratic health care plan does do something about it.
U.S. dollar nominal exchange rate, which shows a 20% increase in the U.S. dollar nominal exchange rate at exactly the same time that you were handing out $500 billion to foreigners. Do you think that's a coincidence?
Yes.
All right, well, the Constitution says no money shall be drawn from the Treasury but in consequence of appropriations made by law.
It makes health care affordable for those who can't afford insurance, and it saves these people's lives. Let's remember that we should care about people even after they're born. So I call upon the Democratic members of the House, I call upon the Republican members of the House, I call upon all of us to do our jobs for the sake of America, for the sake of those dying people and their families. I apologize to the dead and their families that we haven't voted sooner to end this Holocaust in America. America lost its bid for the Olympics, and the Republicans are celebrating. Isn't that great? Someone should remind them which team they're really on. Pieces of paper during his speech. And I was wondering what they were. I couldn't imagine. It almost seemed like they wanted President Obama's autograph. I just didn't get it. I heard from one of my colleagues that this is what they called the Republican health care plan. I went over after the speech was over. I picked up a copy that was lying down on the Republican side, and it turns out that the Republicans' health care plan was a blank piece of paper. I inquired further, trying to find out exactly what the Republicans' health care plan is, and it's my duty and pride tonight to be able to announce exactly what the Republicans plan to do for health care in America. It's this. Very simply, it's a very simple plan. Here it is, the Republicans' health care plan for America. Don't get sick. That's right, don't get sick.
What do they say to you?
Yeah, I hear that all the time. I get dirty looks from the Republicans all the time. But I can't decide on my vote. I can't decide on health care, on energy independence, on jobs, on the economy, based upon dirty looks from people who throw hissy fits all the time and expect that we're supposed to decide American policy on that basis. And that's what they've been doing time after time. This feigned indignation, time after time. We can't let America be run that way.